Joining me today, I have Owen Bloomfield. He is a musician, he's a singer, he is part of a group called Believers, although just take out those vowels. They've got some music going on, him and a fellow co-writer, singer, Jordan Blaine. And Owen, very interesting. First of all, thank you for joining me today.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Owen is from Vernon, BC, and Jordan Blaine is from the US. And that is how I want to start this off. You guys live in two different countries, Canada and the US. How did this come to be?
Yeah, first off, I'll mention I'm actually just a producer in Believers. Jordan is the vocalist. I do co-writing with him on a lot of stuff. So it's a very cool like God story of how we got started. Like we essentially got paired up. Um, so if any of you know Matthew Parker in the Christian music space, kind of like a smaller independent electronic, like EDM pop artist. But I ended up when I was younger, ended up getting connected with him through a remix contest he was hosting. And he liked what I was doing. And so he started connecting me with like some of his friends. Um, so the main two that he connected me with first was Xander Sallows. And so we worked together a little bit. That was the first song I had do well. And then Jordan and I paired up. We started doing a song every year. So we started off with a song called Get This Right, which didn't make the cut to the Believers discography because we were not worse, but we were not quite as good as we are now. So we decided to not cut that one. But we ended up doing three songs just together. I produce under Nitro X, is my independent project. And that was back when Jordan was using his J Steph project. And that's his bigger kind of alias. So people might know that name rather than Jordan Blaine. So he went through a couple changes, ended up signing with Integrity's distribution. And so we decided we saw More Than Life, our song, do really well. Won't Let Go also started doing really well. We got an honorable mention in a songwriting competition. And so then we started being like, all right, well, this is like really cool. Like we're getting streams, people are listening to our stuff. Um, so I think it was Jordan was like, hey, well, why don't we like just start doing this like together? And I really wanted to do that because just as a producer, it can be kind of hard in like today's day and age to you need to be releasing music so much. And it can be kind of hard to find people to collab with all the time who want to just do splits, don't like need upfront payment. So like to be able to have like someone to write with all the time and like make music together and just have like we have like a library of songs next year. Like we got some crazy tunes coming out, but um yeah, so then we ended up partnering with Mass Anthem and all that. So that all went down, but that's pretty much how we met. Was just straight up Matthew Parker was like to Jordan like you have to talk to this guy. So I'm very grateful that he did that.
That's fantastic. And we are here in Winnipeg. Let our listeners know you've got a little bit of a connection with Winnipeg because of where you live. You were a drummer for somebody, is that right? Tell me a little more.
Yeah, so yeah, I when I was I think it was about probably 15 to 16, 14 to 16, I was like a bit of a apprentice drummer for Jon Buller. So he ran Hear the Music here in Vernon for quite a while. It's kind of winding down now, but ended up doing like some worship concerts with him. Was like a percussionist, and then would hop on the drum kit for a couple songs. Super grateful for that. Like I learned so much about like how to be like a musician in like a live scenario, like how to play well and like worship music and church and stuff. And yeah, just like he was a great mentor. So yeah, that's
That's
my
fantastic.
Winnipeg connection.
I love it. As far as Believers, the songs you both have put out, I would love to hear a little bit about the inspiration behind what you write, your genre. Tell us
Mm.
about the music.
Yeah, so like I can speak probably more so on the music side. I think I can definitely speak on the lyrical side though, because we spent a lot of time talking about like what Believers is going to look like, especially for this project that we're putting out this year. On the music side specifically, Jordan and I both grew up very similar, like Christian homes, wanting to listen to like some cool Christian music that wasn't what we just saw in the Christian bookstores, and like it's just something unique, like, and more energetic, like dancey. And I fell in love with like dance music through this online radio called NRT. And that was where I was exposed to like some secular dance music that was like clean. And so then when I like got Spotify and stuff, I started diving into it even more, and it was like, this is so cool. Like, just as a musical person, like it just like it's almost like it tickles my brain, like having like crazy percussion or stuff just like keeps you interested. Um, and so I think honestly, like just me as a musician, I want to provide like cool, like clean, like uplifting music that's glorifying to God to the younger generation, where like I see a lot of younger people being like, not as much now because like we've got a lot, like Christian music is going crazy right now, but like before it was a lot of just like it's just like the label like charting stuff that it's like more for like adults. Like it's like the teenagers like don't really want to listen to that, or the kids don't really want to listen to that. So um that's more on the music side, which is kind of literally what would I want to have had more of when I was younger. It's kind of what I want to bring to the table musically. And then in terms of and just adding to the Christian EDM and pop space. In terms of lyrically, we spent a lot of time talking about it, why we're called believers. And so like being called like believers as a band, I think our idea, especially for this project, was to just talk about what it's like to be a believer, like not shy away from the times where we have doubts. A lot of our songs talk about God like breaking through our doubts and our questioning, um, like seeing the end through difficult circumstances, like kind of like just the day-to-day experience and life of a believer, just to like help people relate, encourage people. Um, and so at least for this year's project, that's kind of been the goal. And like you can kind of see that writing consistency through our 4 songs that are out now. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. I would love to hear about you put out one single this year, is that right?
We actually have 4. So we've got Forever and Ever, Behind the Scenes, Just in Sight, and Ups and Downs is our latest song.
Yes, that one I
Um,
listened to this morning. It is so fun.
Thank you. Yeah, we took a lot of Forrest Frank inspiration on that one. Our label was like, we gotta do a Forrest song, so we spent some time trying to figure it out, and I've never really done anything like that before on the production side, so it was a growing experience. It was a cool experience to like learn and do. Um, So yeah, I really enjoyed that. So we have those 4, and I can leak this on radio, I guess, but the goal is we're putting together an EP. So we don't know exactly what it's gonna be called yet, but it's our debut EP, which will come out this fall. So the last song, it's a banger. It's almost done, and yeah, we're really excited about that. And then we're gonna be dropping a ton of singles next year, and then hopefully a full remix EP as well, with some of our friends. So
That's fantastic. Well, it sounds like you guys are having a lot of fun, even though you live in different countries, which just phenomenal.
yeah,
Um, and thank you for sharing too the vision and what you guys are up to in the next year. I love that's all planned out as well. If people are interested in following along, hearing your music, how can they do that?
yeah, believers on all platforms, but we took out the vowels to be trendy. So BLVRS. You search it up, all caps, and then all socials is We Are Believers. We are BLVRS everywhere. So that's kind of how you can connect with us. Instagram's like a great place to like try and directly connect with us. And then our website, wearebelievers.com.
Nice. Well, I really appreciate this. Oh, one last question I got to ask. Um, you're young, up and coming with all of this. What do your parents think about this music that you're part of?
Yeah, yeah. I think this one is like my parents like it a bit more because it's more like more poppy, like a little less EDM stuff. Um, but yeah, like I wouldn't be here without my dad, especially because he did audio stuff. And so like I've been blessed to have like the equipment around me, and just supported through that, like to be able to like produce, and like I wouldn't have gotten into it if it wasn't for him. So, yeah, I'm grateful for their support for sure, and yeah, they're supporting me in it. It's a journey, but we'll see where God takes it for sure.
That's fantastic. Owen, it has been a real pleasure chatting with you this morning. Thank you. And we're going to let all our listeners know about Believers and your music that you got coming out.
Amazing. Thank you so much.